Hey there, Taurus. Hey there, Taurus. welcome to the flow right here on YouTube. My name is AZMARi. This reading is intended for the collective of Taurus. That is, if you have Taurus as your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Jupiter, or as a stellium, this reading may apply to you, but it doesn't have to be. If it doesn't, don't try and make it fit. You can check out any of the other zodiac readings that are posted on the channel. So Taurus, welcome. If you are new here, this is a space where we sow together, we grow together, and we move together on purpose for the sole reason of becoming the best version of ourselves. So Taurus, immediately the vibe and the energy and the messages that I got for you in the beginning is that like a lot of you are just in this phase where you're choosing to be like your own cheerleader. I feel like that's why I felt the need to be like, hey there, Taurus, hey there, Taurus. You know, it's that kind of like cheerleadery vibe, and I'm here for it. I love it. I feel like that's the way it should be. That's the way it should go, you know. We should always be our top cheerleaders in life. Interesting, Taurus. Your cards are really beautiful so far. Just give me a second or three to lay them down. Luckily, they are flying out the deck. Flying. Maybe some of you may be preparing to go on a trip. You might be flying out somewhere. It doesn't have to be. It's just for a really small version. Small group of you. For others of you, I just feel like you feel like you're flying high, you know, and you're just trying to maintain that vibe. Yeah, so here we are with your background energy. This is the Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. So for me, Taurus, what this tells me for your background energy is that you are all about taking risks, especially if those risks have to do with your self-improvement. And isn't that what we're here for on the flow? I mean, well done, sis. Well done, bro. I'm very proud of you. So yeah, that's the energy that I'm getting here, like straight off the bat. Choosing yourself, choosing for a lot of you also, you know, maybe some of you may have come out of a relationship. It doesn't have to be, but you're choosing as well. You know, whether you're watching this for career reading, there are a few of you who are choosing to be fully independent. You are either transitioning from a 9 to 5 or thinking about transitioning, or you've already made the transition and you're just, you know, finding your footing, finding your grounding with regards to the risks that you want to take in life for your stability, because a lot of you are coming out of a phase, or you know, currently dealing with a situation where you had to face a lot of backstabbing and you were left out in the cold. You were probably, whatever this is that you're transitioning out from, whether it's a relationship, maybe the relationships that you're moving away from were really not healthy for you at all. They injured you constantly, to the point where, you know, some of you got physically injured. You know, I don't want to go like into the whole domestic abuse situation, but you do see the blood like on his head. And I feel like for some of you, if it's a relationship, you are moving away from, you know, people, places, and things that hurt you physically as well, not only emotionally and financially, but like I felt like you were just backstabbed in all ways possible that backstabbing could happen, right? Yeah, but the domestic violence is not for every single person, it's just for a few of you. But I feel like a lot of you, I mean, because there's a lot of blood coming out in the cards, and so I feel like, you know, some of you like actually got physically injured, or people were aiming to physically injure you if they did not, but I feel like you were able to get the help that you required. And because of choosing yourself, choosing to love yourself, you chose to stand up for yourself. You chose to move in your masculine energy of, speaking up, especially if you're a female watching this, or you identify as mostly female. Please note that whenever I call out gender in the reading, we all have masculine and feminine within us all. For others of you as well, because you took the risk to get out of something that wasn't serving you, you are calling in and attracting people who want to help you, people who want to help get you the justice that you deserve, people who want to just help be there and stand up for you as well, in the ways that you haven't already, or to support what you've already been able to do. For a small portion of you as well, there may be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy who's been thinking of approaching you with a love offer, but it's very serendipitous energy. I love that word, serendipitous energy, where you have chosen to transform and transmute your pain into something beautiful. And because you have chosen to transmute your pain into something beautiful, and to let go of all the people, places, and things that were just there for the ride, people who are just there to cause you nothing but pain, which sounds very much like the Virgo reading. So the Virgo reading may apply to you. You may want to check that out for extra messages. Doesn't have to be, but that's the energy that I'm getting here. Also, a lot of you may have Libra, Leo, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Scorpio as main signs in your birth chart. We have all the signs in our birth chart, but when I say main signs, it could be your sun, moon, rising, or Venus or Jupiter placements. Or you may have a stellium in these positions. But I feel like with a lot of you, because you're choosing to love yourself and to stand up for yourself, that has caused a massive transformation in your life. By choosing yourself, you automatically tell the universe what is not necessary, and the universe helps cut off everything that isn't necessary for you. It's kind of like the trash taking itself out type of energy. So there you are. This is your energy with the King of Pentacles. But generally for me it's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So I mean, I feel like also you've been carrying those burdens for a really long time, on your own, and carrying those burdens and taking responsibility, being accountable for yourself as well, is what is helping you to not only learn and master how to love yourself in deeper and more profound ways, but it's also helping to call in other people to support you in this healing, to support you in this standing up against all the people, places, and things that caused you harm, right, that caused you unnecessary burden. I feel like this is something that you may have been carrying for years, within you, but it doesn't have to be. For some of you, you may have been in a relationship with another earth sign, but it doesn't have to be. And when I say relationship, it doesn't have to be love relationship. This could apply anywhere in your life, work, business, school, wherever. You know your life situation the best, and you know how it applies. So it's interesting because these same cards came out in the exact same order in Virgo's reading, and so I feel like there are definitely messages there for you guys. But with this coming out, I feel like also you may be dealing with somebody who's realizing that they caused you a lot of unnecessary burdens as well. So, because whenever you deal with your issues within yourself, the outward then reflects whatever it is that you have been able to navigate within the oceans of your soul and the oceans of your emotions, right? Because emotions are energy in motion, right? And so, as I said earlier, you may have dealt with somebody that was a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn that you may have been in a relationship with, who's really just also in a space where they're taking responsibility, even if they're not coming out and telling you about it. There's that energy coming out where they may be in a mind space where they are realizing like the part that they played in causing you not only physical harm, but also financial and other types of harm that you may have gone through, right? And so they may be wanting to come in and apologize, right, and transform the situation, but that's like fully up to you and what you want to do with that situation. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what you should do. Mine is just to tell you what your soul wants you to know in this now moment. For others of you, if that doesn't apply, because you're choosing to take responsibility for the ways and the ways in which you've shown up in your life before, and choosing to just really be logical about some of the burdens and the baggage that you were carrying in your past, you're really choosing to reevaluate what happiness means to you, right? Because I feel like with these burdens coming out and so many pentacles on the board, I feel like a lot of you thought that like money would make you happy, right? But the thing is the reverse. You need to be happy first, and then when you get the money, then the happiness continues. You see, nothing can make you happy. You make yourself happy, and then that's how it works. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm sure you understand that. For others of you, you may have been like, you may be in a situation where you're seeing your life start to change, and you're kind of having these like PTSD kind of like jitters, where you're like, when is the other shoe gonna drop? Like, is this too good to be true? Because you're so used to like things going good for a while and then shit hits the fan. That's the energy that I'm getting here. And so I feel like your soul is asking you to just continue to ground more and to continue to explore yourself and your inner scapes, because you really have come a really long way, because justice would not be coming out, right? You've come a long way, and I keep saying this in most of my readings, like it can't always be night. And for I identify with people who've gone through deep trauma, because I have too, and I'm also currently like working through that. As I said, that a huge ant just walked past, so you may want to check out like what an ant symbolizes spiritually. For me, just like off the top of my head, I feel like an ant is like a really underrated animal. It's like, to me, it's like the elephant of insects, right? Because it may be tiny, but it can carry a lot, right? And that's what I feel like you don't give yourself enough credit for, because Taurus, out of like all of the signs, resilience is like your middle name, and because of your resilience, the universe is choosing to give you an opportunity for your bliss, that bliss that you deserve, that start over that you truly deserve as well. A lot of you may have again, Libra heavily aspected in your chart, but that's what I feel like is happening with you, because you took the risk. You took the risk to ghost situations. That's the best word that I could say. You took the risk to ghost situations that were bringing you nothing but grief, right? Sometimes you just have to leave situations without saying anything. A lot of situations cause for that, especially when you're dealing with narcissists. You don't tell a narcissist, I'm leaving. You just go. And so, because you took the risk to just go, or a lot of you may be taking the risk to just, do what is best for yourself, whether that's you having like absolutely nothing and starting again, like I'm hearing the song like on the road again. I don't even know what type of song that is, but like I'm just hearing like it being like played to me in my head, like on the road again, on the road again. Yeah, so this is you just taking whatever chances you can to go with what you can. And if you leave people behind and they're sad and they feel like you're the villain, then so be it. Because at the end of the day, Taurus, like, you've given more than you should have to the situation and you're aware of it. You see what I mean? So because you're aware of you giving more than the situation required, you're choosing to just be like, you know what? I'm going to stand up for myself, and I'm going to choose to not only take responsibility for my own life, but I'm going to choose to not stay stagnant anymore. I'm going to choose to re-establish what happiness means to me. I'm going to heal all of the things that were brought to me, that I knew that inherently weren't good for me, but that my soul needed to go through in order for us to complete a karmic cycle, in order for us to learn lessons that were necessary for our highest good and for our highest growth. And so this is you choosing to heal by way of listening to your intuition. So doing whatever it takes to move forward by just going within. Like, I just keep hearing like, dream so deep, I see much clearer. Going within, man in the mirror. So that's from my song Retrograde. That may have messages for you. It's interesting because Mercury retrograde is coming up soon, if I'm not wrong, on the 11th, because I'm recording this on the 9th of April. But yeah, basically we're gonna have Mercury retrograde. And for those of you who are not like aware of what retrogrades are periods in time astrologically when the universe calls us to do all of the rewords. So that's reviewing our life, re-evaluating, maybe needing to repeat something. Think of any words that have to do with like release, re-establish, so that type of energy is just going within to evaluate the ways, shapes, and forms in which we may have self-deceived, or the maybe to people please, or self-deceived because we just didn't know better, at the end of the day. And so yeah, I feel like that's the entirety of the message so far for you guys, Taurus. So thank you so much for choosing this time to go within and dive deep with me. If you'd like to check out some more in-depth readings, you can join the tribe on Patreon. The link is down below and in the description box. You could also join us on Buy Me a Coffee. And if you are about that life, you can check out the other soul farming tools that we have on our website available for you to become the best version of yourself. Until next time, Taurus, namaste.